Hi, this is Natalie of the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche, bringing you another fun video. I have a ton of stuff to show you and talk about, and it's hard to begin for me sometimes. It's now a Sunday morning. It's been a busy weekend. It actually was a fairly busy week for me. Work is getting busier. Oh, thank God. And I had a bunch of stuff going on Thursday and Friday. And yesterday we took all the Halloween stuff down from the attic. I finished the inside of the house and it looks awesome. I'm very pleased. And the outside, everything's sitting out there and I have to just set it up. It's probably about an hour's work, maybe hour or two later in the day. This morning I'm going to go, as soon as it opens, to the antique show. I was going to go yesterday, but I did most of a lot of the Halloween decorations yesterday, so today I'm going to go. I will take photos of any vintage needlework items or any vintage repurposing for needlework items that I can find, such as shaker boxes and so forth. Sunday is the last day they have it here, so it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday show every month at the fairgrounds in Palm Beach County. I've been going for years, on and off, I'm going to say, because I don't go every month. It's certainly gotten smaller because I think of online sales, and also a lot of the vendors were an older crowd and a number of them have retired. In fact, one I know, she sells quite a bit of Christmas, vintage and antique Christmas items, now has a eBay store only, and she told me she's retired. She gave me her card with her eBay address, and when I couldn't find her, that's pretty much what we did. Anyway, it's still loads of fun to go and see what you can find. Sometimes I find a lot of cool stuff, and sometimes I don't. And then I don't know if it was the last time I went or the time before that, outside they had an old sampler which I hesitated on. It was a great price and I should have bought. I went back the next day and it was gone. So the cons of going on Sunday are that usually it's picked over, maybe the best stuff is gone. The pro is that the vendors are more likely to give you a better deal because it's Sunday, whatever they don't sell they have to pack up. So we'll see what we find. First, what should we do first? I usually show you my whip. Yeah, I don't have any new finishes to show you, although there is a whip, there is a finish ready at the cross stitch cupboard. It's a La Di Da needle book, which I'll show you next time. Once again, what am I working on very feverishly? And I didn't work on it at all. I did not cross stitch yesterday at all. I was too busy doing this Halloween stuff, and then I made dinner and so forth. Was Christmas Village Sampler. It's Margaret and Margaret, just to show you. It's 1992, which is right now a vintage chart. And an awful lot of backstitching in this. I decided to change the fabric and change the floss to overdyed floss and not backstitch it, which I was concerned about, but it is turning out beautifully. Let me just tighten up my roller frame. And let me show you what's coming out. I hope it's not, you can see. Here's so far the houses are all done. The Merry Christmas is done. I started on the border. I think the border is going to be luscious. And you can certainly see everything without the back stitching. And I love it much better without the back stitching because I think it looks a lot more vintagey. Anybody interested, I do have the floss, the DMC to overdyed floss conversion, which I could share. And this is vintage homespun, which, I don't know, I randomly picked for this. Not vintage, it's homespun by R&R Reproductions. It's 36 count. I'm working with one thread, which has beautiful coverage. And so far I'm pleased. I love the variegations, as you can see, like on the houses. Really makes it look a little older. If I was very gutsy, I would spray this with coffee at the end and really vintage it up, antique it up. But I don't think for this particular sampler I'm going to do that. Anyway, very pleased with the progress. Another week or two I should be done. Hopefully sooner than that. Should I do new stuff? Yeah, I got a bunch of new stuff to show you. I have watched so far at least 2 or 3 Flosstube videos which have showed this. This is Heartstring Samplery T-Ball Kit. Now, this is awesome. This is really awesome. I'm going to show you what's inside the kit because I have yet to see anybody do that. You get the little chart. It's actually a little booklet. You get one large T-ball. The brand is even on here. It's Winco. You can buy these on Amazon quite easily. So, or you can buy them from Heartstring Samplery. She's not charging very much for these, so I don't think you'd save anything by getting them anywhere else, but they're cool. And then this is a complete kit. She gives you some DMC floss, which you can use, or over dye. And she even gives you a needle. So this is a complete kit in a box. What a great gift for your stitching friend. I almost bought more than one of these just to, I don't know, give as a giveaway. I thought it would be awesome, but I could easily make this into a giveaway after I've, and just by ordering another T-ball, that is after I'm done with it, and flossing it and kitting it up very easily. I'm going to save the box, clearly. I think the box is kind of cool the way it's set up. Anyway, this is awesome. What a great idea. Now, I do have some antique T-balls made of I have one antique T-ball. Tripping over my words. Made of sterling silver. And the holes are a little too big to do this with. But today at the antique show, I'm going to look and see if I can find a T-ball with a lot of holes and a lot of close together holes, and see if I can maybe come up with something that is antique-y that I can do this with, and maybe use one of her patterns. Nice. Anyway, I had to show you that. I have, let's see, new charts. I can't believe I bought this, but I did. This is magnificent. Susanna Milne of Hands Across the Sea Samplers. The photograph does not do this justice. This sampler is unbelievable. As is. I bought all the called for silks. A lot of greens and earth colors. Beautiful. And I did buy the fabric because it was available. This is 40 count buttercream. It's not the vintage buttercream, although it doesn't look that far off. It's regular buttercream. 40 count. Bought a huge piece of it. I don't know if I need this big piece, but it's always good to buy extra Lakeside, especially buttercream, because buttercream is my favorite color of Lakeside. And now it's being made again. I have a bunch of buttercream. Okay. So that is brand new. I saw somebody working on this. I said I have to have it. I love this so much that it's on my priority list to start. After Miss Salt, that is, because that one has to be done. But just a beautiful sampler. I have this chart, which is the companion to the Christmas Summer at Hollyberry Farm. I thought this was so pretty. I saw this done up. I believe Saltbox Stitcher has this one done up on one of her videos. And it's magnificent. So I bought that. And then I'm not sure if I showed you this one. This is Blackberry Lane Scissor Fob. Awfully cute. This is fairly new, but I may have shown this already. I'm not sure, but that's okay. You can see it again. It's a small little project. I figured when I'm sort of tired of working in these, I could easily finish this. Speaking of which, my friend Paula came over yesterday to my house in the morning. Guess that I forgot about that. That was a whole other few hours that we spent together. And she showed me how to use my sewing machine. I kept having issues with the thread breaking. I wasn't sure how to actually thread the machine to begin with. Wasn't sure how to use the bobbin. My machine is old, but it's a mechanical metal machine, and I had brought it in last year to a sewing machine place that's local. It's called Gold Coast Sew and Vac, in case anybody lives near Palm Beach County. And I spent $80, which is not bad. And he went over the machine, said it was in perfect order, cleaned it, and oiled it and serviced it. So he said it's probably good for a year or two at least. I haven't used it since. I tried once or twice and was so frustrated that I just was like, oh my God, can't do this. So, what did I do? She came over and she found two problems. First is that some of the thread I had, which I don't even know where I got, was not good thread. She showed me how to test the thread and make sure that it's strong. So I threw out all the bad thread, some off-brand, and just the JP Coats and the Coats and Clark and whatever decent brand I had, we kept. Second issue was that the needle was in wrong. How this happened, I don't know. Once she showed me how to easily thread this machine. I was threading it wrong also, third issue. We sewed. And then she showed me how to cut fabric. And I'm just going to show you what my machine looks like, just so you can see it. Let's go over here. Here's my machine. Put the light on. It's actually an excellent machine. It does straight and zigzag, which is basically what I would use. But if I want to do some top stitching, which is something I'm interested in, it comes with this little thingamajig up here, which you can buy these cams for. Again, this is an old machine in a cabinet. I got this at a garage sale, and I did it as I was sort of not sure if it even worked. I figured I could always use it just for the table to put another machine on. And it turns out not only does the machine work, it's a very, very good machine. And people sell these for quite a bit of money. I was shocked because they love the old, fully metal machines. And this one's made in Japan, actually. It's got purple on it, too. I don't know if that shows up purple, but it's purple. It's also got this knee lever, just to show you. Let's see if I can... There we go. Yay! And so I'm going to try sewing some pillows myself. I'm going to start off. I would love to do my Bah Humbug and my other Christmas pillow. I am afraid to do that, so Paula said she would come over and hold my hand. She also bought for me one of these really nice rulers. And we're going to go for it. I mean, for God's sakes, I can do surgery. I'm a surgeon, so I figured I can sew. I'm not looking to sew like fancy stuff. I just want to make pillow and do some finishing. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So let's go back to my spot just to show you my table this morning. It's got some Halloween stuff on it, and just to show you, we did find a use for him. Sort of funny, but it works. All right, so let's turn this around. I apologize if it's too fast. Anyway, so I learned how to use my machine, and that was huge. Just an aside. Next, I do have some fabric to show you. And then I have some other interesting stuff and also some old finishes to show you that are Halloween oriented. Excuse me, I have like a cold or something going on this morning. This is Dixie Sampler fabric. I have 3 of them. 2 I just bought and 1 actually somebody sent me as a trade for something else. 3 colors are corn crib, roasted pumpkin, and buttercream. All of them are nice. The buttercream has a little bit of a, if I had to, like, this is more, corn crib is, let's take them out of the packages. This is an 18 by 27 piece. Corn crib is sort of a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like an off-white. It's a creamy color. A little bit of variegation to it, a little bit, not much. Very pretty. This is once again Dixie Sampler. Let me show you the roasted pumpkin. Roasted pumpkin. This is a and it's more of a chocolatey brown color. I was thinking that this might look really good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's a very pretty color. Roasted pumpkin seed. And let me show you the buttercream. Let's see. That one is, corn crib is 46 count. Eek. Roasted pumpkin seed is 32 count. I probably bought these counts because that's what she had left. And this one is 36 count, the buttercream. Buttercream is got a tiny bit of pink in it. Very pretty. How do you buy Dixie Sampler? Well, you gotta wait. You gotta join her page. I don't know if join, just like. And all you do is you wait on until she announces that she's selling it, and she posts what she has with pictures, and it sells out really quick. So it's highly sought after linen. It's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap, just to let you know. A fat quarter is $41. A fat an eighth is $21. So just to let you, but I'm not going to say that you make money on this stuff. It will hold its value because, again, it's all limited edition and it's highly sought after. So you could always resell it if you don't like the color. I'll show you some other fabrics I have. This one is called the Snowfall by Primitive Hair. I don't know if I have something to do on this, and if not, I'll sell it. But if I get something at a good deal, I buy it. Printed fabric. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Any Christmas would look good on this. That's called the Snowfall. She has another one, and it's called the Snow something, and it is a darker color. I do like this lighter color better, actually. Oop. Try to keep this stuff pristine. Okay, Snowfall. I got some more Vichy linen, a nice big piece. That's why I bought this. This is the Vichy linen by Nikki's Creations. Highly versatile. You can make any sort of samplers on this. I have another Christmas sampler that I'm thinking about doing on this Vichy linen. I just think it's real pretty. Once again, Vichy linen, her checked linen comes in different shades, overdyed colors. So I've seen this in an orangey shade and a greenish shade, a purplish. So this is, I think, the quote-unquote original shade. This is Stitches and Spice, a ridiculously expensive fabric from Australia. And once again, I got a good deal on it. This is a dark piece of purple. It's called Hocus Pocus. Could not resist the purple. I thought it was beautiful. And it's beautiful. This is another, this is something that's unusual. This is XJU Designs, once again, one of my favorite fabrics. This is something called Superfine Floba. It's an even weave. I don't know, I bought this by error because I'm not a big fan of even weave, but it is 35 counts, so I'll probably sell this. And it's just a light milk chocolatey color. It's perfect for anything because it's definitely versatile. I'll have to look and see what I paid, but I'll probably just sell it for what I paid. This is the Prim Bee linen, which I thought I had for the Prim Bee sampler, which I do own by Primitive Hair. It's not really a sampler. It's sort of a, well, it's a bee sampler. It's interesting. I wanted to do it on this, and I accidentally sold the linen. I don't remember why, but I was like, I forgot I had the pattern. And it is a beehive. There's nothing not to like with this bee linen. So I hope this is helpful, because then you can look at linens maybe and know what they look like more than just a photo. I think the video is a little closer in real color, I think. What's interesting is that the color that I see on the video feedback, which is a little screen, is not the same color that it comes out as, thank God, because it's off. And this is a 40 count R&R Abyssinian, a quite variegated piece. I, in general, am trying to buy bigger pieces, but once again, this was a good deal, so I just bought it. This Abyssinian is really nice because it's got all the crunchy stuff going on in it. Some of the new R&R linen is not crunchy. It's very uniform. I don't like, I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I still like it, but I like that stuff better. So if you like the crunchy, vintagey look of R&R, go for the older stock. That's all I can tell you. New stuff is also softer. I don't know if they just wash it more. The old stuff is a little crunchy, and I do like that better. Now for some vintage finds. I gotta show you this. This is made by, can I read it? Rogers. And I'm pretty sure a wine bottle goes in here. And I shined it up. Once again, it was grungy looking, awful. I shined it up, wasn't very expensive. That can make an absolutely fabulous pincushion. I mean, I sold one of these. I can't wait to see what she does. This one's even nicer than the one I sold. I hope you can see it. It's not too shiny. Beautiful. I was very pleased with that. I love vintage Christmas. There's glue on this, just to let you know. But this is made by Lefton. Lefton was sold in 5 and dime shops, I don't know, all the way up to the 80s. It might still be made now, but it's not the same. You want the old Lefton, most of which was made in Japan. And this says handcrafted in Japan. Beautiful, beautiful piece, found at a thrift store. I think it was $4. You cannot go wrong with this. If you were to cross-stitch finish this, it would be hard, but you certainly could put an ornament size thing there and then hang it. It would look unbelievably beautiful. The quality of the old Japanese Christmas ceramic is much better than what you get now. What you get now is pure junk. So this was really nice. I was very pleased to find that. And finally, I found these bowls. Once again, they weren't very expensive. But these bowls, what can you do with them? I'm going to use them as serving bowls, actually. But you always can use bowls to hold stuff. Also, you could put a frog in this bowl. I'm looking to see. I don't have one in this room right now. A frog in this bowl. Just match up the right size, and it would look beautiful. It's beaded. It's etched. It's clearly art glass from a different time. They don't make this stuff anymore. And this one is even better. This one's atomic because it's got all the little stars in it. This also has a honey jar, which I didn't pull out. The honey jar is matching. I just bought all 3 pieces. These really would make absolutely beautiful, beautiful frocks. All you got to do, like I said, these are going to be easy. Measure the bottom. If you want to make your own frock, measure the bottom. You have to be very careful that you exact measurement, and you want it to fit perfectly in here. This one's a little bigger, and you have your frog. These are beautiful. I was shocked when I saw them, and the price was good too. Okay, so I'm probably not going to make frogs. Now to show you some of my finishes from time gone by. First off, I'm just going to show you my my ears. In fact, we're going to put them on because these ears I wore in Animal Kingdom last year. My daughter talked me into buying them. My adult daughter, we both wore them. This year we bought I bought t-shirts. And we anyway, somebody else made these. I bought these on Etsy. Pretty nice. She made them. I looked and see, how did she make these? She even puts a finishing on the inside. I think she glued these together, but they're so cute. So I figured I'd show you, but I didn't make them. I did make this. This kit came with all these little pieces cut out. And I believe it came with this top piece. Yeah, it did. It came with this top piece. Did not come with the buttons. I don't know if that one really fits, but he looks like his buck tooth. And I did buy the back. And it's a pillow that I made by hand. I hand sewed the entire thing and appliqued it. Came out I think came out awesome. I love this pillow. It's one of my favorite finishes. I made this a number of years ago. I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years ago, but love it. And you can see I just sort of, I think you call that blanket stitch, I don't know. But all the little pieces appliqued. What else? And now I have my other Halloween pillows, of course, this one. And this one, we have them all out. Okay. And here's another thing that I make. I had this in the attic, so it got a little, I don't know, something happened to it. But this was from a magazine. Just to show you, it's got some sort of I put some sort of newsprint. I should have decoupaged the outside, but I didn't. But I did decoupage. I don't know if you can see the inside. And made this and painted it. This is from a magazine, like I said, and I just tried it. I thought it came out cute, and it sits on my shelf. So this is one of my juvenile attempts at coolness. And of course, my other Halloween is my my box. This one's out too. This is the Lone Elm Lane box, the large size box with the beautiful primitive hair finish. On my own fabric, guys. I made this fabric. So, just to show you what's inside the box, an awful lot of vintage Christmas pins. And my Christmas Carol pin, which will be made into a needle minder that will be mine forever. Other stuff I have out, just to remind you, is this. Remember this leaf, this fall leaf dish I found? This was a thrift store find. Perfect for holding cute my measuring tapes right now, just sitting out on my table. Here's some more new stuff. I found a thimble. Don't ask me, it was just in a bunch of junk. And I don't know anything about this thimble. It has some like plastic thing at the end. If somebody could tell me like what that plastic's for, the red stuff, let me know. And I found some new pins, so I am going to show you the pins. These pins I found at a thrift store. At the antique show today, I'm going to find some pins, probably some real expensive ones, but I'll show you what I find later. This pin, which is simple, but I actually think it's quite elegant. This one, which is contemporary, but cute nonetheless. This pin, I made one of these into a needle minder. This is actually the same pin. I found it, a new one. This pin, which is absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorites. This pin, which I also thought was quite interesting. And lastly, the best of all, this pin. Oops. If I could show it to you. Can you see it? This horse and carriage with the two Victorian-looking people. This is amazing find. I've never seen one like this. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh. Each one of these pins was about between $3 and $5, just to let you know. If you go to the antique, they're about, you can get anywhere from $3 to $5 also. Pins that are not the fancy ones. One like this might be about 10 bucks or 15. The real expensive ones, the real elaborate ones go for a lot more money, but what next? Should we announce the winner of last week? Yeah. Just to remind you, last week was R&R Homespun Linen, which is incredibly hard to find. Incredibly hard to find. This is Lakeside Linen R&R 36 count, matched up with Shakespeare's Peddlers, Love in the Spring. I just had these together. I thought they'd work. And this is how you do it. You go to, let's just go to YouTube. Where's YouTube? YouTube, and you go to my last video, your channel, and here's the video. And oop, you don't want that playing. Okay, and you're just gonna take a copy a link, and then I'm going to go to find that random comment picker. YouTube random comment picker I've used before. It seems to work. And we're going to put the URL. It filters comments. So it filters duplicate users. So if somebody actually comments twice, you only get counted once. And we'll start the raffle. I'm going to look for one of these. I have not found one for my group. It would be so much easier than the way I'm doing it. And it says Rebecca Rhea, R-H-E-A. Rebecca Rhea. Please contact me at, Natalie Willis, just message me somehow. Contact me, because I don't put my email down there. I don't want my email public. But you can find me on Facebook. Or just somehow contact me so I can send you your item. And here's what she said. I really enjoyed watching your video. I love all of your projects. I love Stacey Nash. I haven't started on Christmas yet. I've thought about it. Laugh out loud. I'm going to watch your videos. See you in there. Tone. Whatever tone. I don't know. Anyway, Rebecca Rhea has won this prize. Yay. What should I do for the next prize? I haven't decided. I think it's going to be one of these linens, actually. I think it's going to be the Stitches and Spice linen, which, just to let you know, this linen is incredibly expensive. Incredibly. Look it up. The Stitches and Spice linen is going to be for the next one. It's 28 counts, so I think everybody should stitch on it. Please, if you don't, if you win, find me. I have a winner from the last video who has not contacted me, and I don't know what I'm going to do. She's not going to get the item. I cannot find her on Facebook, her name, and there's no way on YouTube of contacting somebody. So I'm just going to keep trying. I'm hoping I'm going to put a notice on my Facebook page and see if anybody could find her. But anyway, this is for next time. And we're not done with our video, by the way. We have more. But just to let you know how you enter is you have to answer the following question. What is your favorite Halloween finish? And if you don't do crafting of any sort, then tell me what you'd like to make. Is there anything you'd like to make? So what's your favorite Halloween finish? It doesn't have to be cross stitch. And if you don't have one, then tell me what you'd like to finish. Winner will be picked again on the next video. I apologize for anybody who didn't get a chance, but this is what it is. These are random type giveaways. And this is random. I wasn't thinking about giving this away, but I was like, what would be a great giveaway? I think this one. Next, we have this book called Timeless Ornaments to show you. These are leisure art books. They're really nice. They're really, really nice. This one's from, I don't know what year. They're not new. I think they're from the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know if they're made anymore, but you can find them. And these books have great ornaments. They really do. So we're going to go through this instead of a magazine today. Also, we're going to read from Dickens. And I have another book. It's called, I'm not going to read from this today, but I just wanted to show it to you. We can learn from this in the future. Stories Behind the Great Traditions of Christmas. Answers questions like, why do we use red and green? Where do those colors come from? What is the origin of the Christmas tree? Why do we kiss under the mistletoe? And more. And this is really awesome. So I'd like to at least, in the future, we'll do this. Okay. Next, let's read from A Christmas Carol. I got to get some sort of random. Okay, here we go. Here you go. Scrooge was at first inclined to be surprised that the spirit should attach importance to conversations apparently so trivial, but feeling assured that they must have had some hidden purpose, he set himself to consider what it was likely to be. They could scarcely be supposed to have any bearing on the death of Jacob, his old partner, for that was past, and this ghost province was the future. Nor could he think of anyone immediately connected with himself to whom he could apply them, but nothing doubting that to whomsoever they applied, they had some latent moral for his own improvement. He resolved to treasure up every word he heard and everything he saw, and especially to observe the shadow of himself when it appeared, for he had expectation that the conduct of his future self would give him the clue he missed, and he would render the solution of those riddles easily. He looked about it in that very place for his own image, but another man stood in his accustomed corner, and through the clock pointed to his usual time of day for being there, he saw no likeness of himself among the multitudes that poured in through the porch. It gave him little surprise, however, for he had been revolving in his mind a change of life, and hoped he had saw his newborn resolutions carried out in this. Quiet and dark, beside him stood the phantom, with its outstretched hand. When he roused himself from his thoughtful quest, he fancied from the turn of the hand and its situation in reference to himself, that the unseen eyes were looking at him keenly. It made him shudder and feel very cold. Okay, so that is the part where the ghost of Christmas future shows Scrooge has died. Scrooge doesn't know he's died in the future. He's just like, where am I? And why are we listening to random conversations? They're talking about Scrooge and he doesn't even know. They're saying, making jokes. There's even a scene to come where people go and steal his stuff from his deathbed. They steal his curtains. They steal his clothes. And it is this point that Scrooge is confused. He says, am I redeemed? He's already on the road to redemption. And he's looking for himself in a jolly fashion. Wow, in the future, I bet you I'm redeemed and everything's fine, and it's not. So Scrooge knows that if things were to come the way they were right now, things were to evolve, he would still be a not liked man. Never says whether or not Scrooge is going to die in the future, when it is, how far into the future it is. In the movies, it makes it look like it's pretty close in the future. And I think this is the point where Scrooge has a realization that he has to do something. He has to change. Which shows you that a lifetime of evil, a lifetime of evil can be changed. You can be redeemed. Even at the end, you can repent and be forgiven by people too, by people. There is somebody in business that wronged me badly about 15, was it 15? I don't even know. Let's see, 2000, yeah, about 15 years ago. And I kept this sort of dislike, this evil thought, this, oh, what can I do to him thing in my head until recently when I had opportunity to do business with him again, where he never really apologized, but apologies don't have to be in words, they can be in actions. So I found myself at a dinner table with him there. And at first I wanted to be very like, oh God, I'll never, why am I here with you? You wronged me. And then I realized that him sitting at dinner with me, sharing food, sharing a glass of wine, was an apology, was a let's make amends. And we made amends. And I have decided to trust this man and say, wow, you have made amends, and we'll see how that goes. Does that mean that you never forget something? No. And also, here's another one. Was I totally innocent in this? Did I deserve what happened to me? It's possible that I'm not totally innocent, that maybe I did something that led to this bad business deal. And I actually said that to him, and I said, he started saying, well, it wasn't just me, da-da-da. And I said, no, we both had some blame in this. It was also me, and that was the end of it. And now I work with this man. So you never say never. People change. I changed. Scrooge changed. I believe my business partner changed. And that's a reassuring thing to know that we can be forgiven and we can forgive. Anyway, on to the next thing. I'm just looking around to make sure I didn't forget. I brought everything out. Nope, we didn't. Okay, let's go through. This is the Leisure Arts Timeless Ornaments book. Just to show you heartfelt messages. These are really pretty. The font's pretty. The heart's pretty. I like these. These are the Gladness of Christmas is Hope. Very pretty. Not crazy about the back stitching in here. I'd like to try these and see if the back stitching, if you can do it without it. Next one is Heavenly Hosts, Angels. Let me see it. Next one, The Night Before Christmas. I have briefly showed this before in another video, but I'd like to review them because I think they're worthwhile magazines. Pretty much as nice as anything you'd get anywhere in today, even though it's not new. That little one with the stockings hanging is awfully cute. Once again, there's a lot of back stitching here, and I'm pretty sure you can do these without the back stitching and it will look just fine. This is awfully cute, just that little clock. I thought that's adorable. And you can buy those little things, just to let you know. Here's more. This reindeer one. Look, it's precious. I'm trying to go slow enough that you can see each one. Next, Christmas Perennials. Very pretty. Poinsettias. I like the little round container top. There's a roll of some sorts. Next is quilts of the Bible. I'm not sure why this is of the Bible. I don't remember these quilts being in there, but more Scandinavian almost looking. Very pretty. Let me see if these are backstitched. They shouldn't be. They are. Good Cheer elves. Just to show you, these are all on the tree. Elves. Very beautiful work. There's also a little toadstool. Mushrooms. Those are cute. Elves. Young at Heart. These are done on paper. If you've never tried cross-stitching on paper, it's a lot of fun. And this is a stocking, a very beautiful stocking. Anybody would be happy to get that. Schoolgirl embroideries. These are pretty simple. If you want a quickie, these probably can be done in very short time. Definitely. But these would make nice gifts for people. If you want to make a whole bunch of them and you don't have a lot of time, you can make these as gifts. There's no back stitching on these. And very easy. Paper doll teddy. I'm not crazy about this one. It's just too weird. But I'm sure there's paper doll lovers out there that would be absolutely happy. You can dress your teddy up. These are very pretty. I love that tree. Look at it. And the piece. These are really beautiful. That tree is especially gorgeous. These are all very pretty. These I would do. No problem. That tree is magnificent. No back stitching at all on any of these. And the Glory to God, look at that. That is just to show you that again. That's how much I like trying to show it to you close without a glare. Really nice. These are some magnificent Santas. More of a Russian-like Santa. Really gorgeous. Victorian angels. Beautiful work. Absolutely stunning work. Frosty Friends. I like the mitten finishes. I wonder if they have the templates in here for the mittens. Yeah, they do. They have templates. That's what's kind of cool. Nativity. There's an entire nativity. This is all done on paper. Once again, paper. Very easy to stitch on. An entire nativity. More of the nativity. I mean, that's very pretty. Check it out. Who wouldn't want that as a gift? That would be a beautiful gift for almost any major occasion. Just amazing. And these are done on that paper. Easy. There's no back stitching on any of these. Very easy. Mini stockings. Scandinavian looking. Very pretty. So there's not back stitching on everything in here, thank God. But a lot of very, very pretty stockings. Noah's animals, I don't know, not for me, but hope you can see them. Santa's Toyland, more Santas. Santa in his workshop. More animals. Once again, Santa's Toyland. That's nice. See it? Snow babies. These were popular for a while. Snow babies. And I think that's it. Is that it? Yep. And there's beautiful full color designs in here, and really nice templates for finishing, and all kinds of instructions on finishing. These are worthwhile books. I bought this one at the thrift store probably for about $1. You can find these on eBay for very inexpensive, on Amazon, Abe's Books, all of those. And there are some really pretty things. There's a whole set of them. I don't have the whole set, but they're real pretty. So it's even nice to look at. Just a beautiful book. I think that's about it. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to show you the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche group 1,000 member giveaway. It's this basket. It's signed by somebody. So it's handmade basket. Beautiful bentwood handmade basket filled with goodies. We've got a Stacy Nash chart. We've got Dames of the Needle linen. We've got all the called for fancy threads. We've got beautiful backing fabric, really pretty. Once again, I matched everything up. We've got some trim that is handmade, truly vintage trim. And just to make this even funner, we've got a beeswax waxer in a cute little form. All in this basket. 1,000 people deserved a nice giveaway. So this is a giveaway. I'm happy to do these giveaways. I do them every about 50 or so people. That's why I sort of look for good deals on stuff, because I don't want to, you don't want to spend like ridiculous amounts of money on this. On the other hand, some of this I pay retail. So, but retail doesn't always have to be that expensive. I'm not degrading this because this is a lot of money worth of stuff, and it's all beautiful. And this will be a beautiful thing. My only requirement is that you please post your finish on my site. This was fun. Now off to the antique show, and I hope you had a fun time today. I did. So if you like my videos, please comment below. If you want to enter for the video giveaway of this Stitches and Spice linen, please comment below and answer the question. I do want to pick people who've answered the question. If you don't want to enter, like well, that's not a linen I would use, please just say I'm not entering. I want to hear comments. If you can do positive comments, that would be nice. So I'm always, I take all comments, and I try not to take things too seriously. And from my home to yours, have a great Sunday and enjoy stitching.